Colby. All right. My name is Colby. I'm going to be doing a presentation on my cultural artifact. My cultural artifacts are stethoscopes. So, how many of you recognize this? All right. How many of you have had to have this used on you? Oh, everybody, right? Okay, so everybody's familiar with this. We mostly see this in the healthcare setting. The stethoscopes is also recognized as a symbol for medical personnel. They're also recognized as a tool. So, stethoscopes have come a long way from having just a piece of rubber tubing connected to another piece of metal. So I don't have any pictures. Connected to like a funnel. So basically, all it is, it's for increasing acoustics. So I've gone through my fair share of stethoscopes. Working in the medical field, it has become my best tool, my best friend. I have become very effective, and it is highly efficient with them as well. Who uses these? So, registered nurses, respiratory therapists, doctors. Not every doctor. Doctors will look from and say like, "Hey, where are those things you guys use that you can those the ears and that you can hear them there?" So, that's right here, buddy. So, there's a lot of doctors who kind of use these things correctly as well. So, it's kind of nice to kind of educate people on it, kind of let them know what we're doing with it. Let doctors know how to use it, so there's not some kind of phony, maybe bed sheets moving or the gown moving around. So, using this tool effectively can go a long way as in helping other people, most patients. So who uses it? I myself am a nurse. This is actually my tool that I actually begin my shift with, called our assessments, our initial assessments. We do a head to toe. So with this, I actually listen to the cardiac, respiratory, and gastrointestinal, or heart, lungs, and stomach. So heart-wise, I'm looking for S1, S2, which is love dub. I also listen for something else. Some people have murmurs. Some people have a little bit of extra water in their hearts. It's free flowing blood. You can listen to arrhythmias. So besides listening to it, I can see it on my screen, my telemetry monitor. You have to hook up. Sometimes you can't listen to anything. I'm just like, oh, it could be other factors, obesity, elderly people. They could just be an athlete where their heart rates. The normal average heart rate is about 60 beats per minute. An athlete can be 25 to 30, and it's just because their heart is so strong, they push large amounts within seconds to their body. I think the average is 50 to 60 gallons a minute for, I guess I'm an average person. An athlete is like twice as much, so 100 to 140 gallons a minute. So it's quite a lot of blood for somebody. These can be seen in Olympic athletes. As we go on down, it's in the respiratory. So the lungs. We are coming into flu season. One thing we kind of look out besides for flu is pneumonia. So it's for extra water or fluid in the lungs. A lot of patients really will develop these just because when you're laying in bed, everything calms down. Your body's at rest, it's at ease. It's kind of prone to becoming sick or being violated by different diseases or more diseases. And so we try to get them up and walking, cough deeply, take deep breaths, kind of get them lungs, keep them pumping just like you would if you were at home going about your business. All right, so we listen to the lungs as well. Sometimes you can even listen to air. It's called free-flowing air when we're listening to the lungs. It can become very dangerous just because it can develop into a pneumothorax, which means air in the lung. The pneumothorax, when you have air in the lung, it usually comes from a trauma. For instance, somebody involved in a motor vehicle accident. Seatbelt engages or it doesn't engage. They end up taking the chest to the steering wheel. So we got a lot of trauma into the chest. Can cause some rib fractures, and all of a sudden, just like that shift of air. The air into the lungs can cause a shift in your heart. So sometimes your chest can be out and about. Yes. Some people can become barrel chested. For instance, anybody with COPD. respiratory disease as well, become parogestic, just because the oxygen exchange is not well. As we go on down, we'll listen to GI wise. With a lot of injuries and traumas that they do sustain, the doctors have to do like some exploratory surgeries or go in the abdomen, open up, look around, make sure there's no more bleeding. And so we call that exploratory surgery. And so what it does is we put the whole stomach to sleep. Our goal is to make sure it starts working. So we adhere in all 4 quadrants, right upper, right lower, left lower, to make sure it starts moving around. We call them bowel sounds. Or when you hear your stomach gurgle a bit, that's a bowel sound, just out loud. We ask people if you're passing flatus or passing gas or farting. It's a little gross, but we tell the ladies it's okay, just a ladylike, so you kind of know this. So these tools, we will mainly use these in the hospital, outpatient settings, acute care settings, schools. I just want to say that I've come to use this tool effectively. I've got to learn more about it as well. And hopefully when we see it, we can actually educate a little bit more on how to use it.